Hey, hello.
What?
Do you know what time it is?
Is it time?
I think it is.
It's true.
It's finally time.
It's finally time.
What time is it?
It's time to
Duel! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel for PC. Now, this game is available on Steam. As far as I know, it's available on your phones as well, and the Nintendo Switch. I'm not sure about the other next-gen consoles right now, but those are the ones that I know it's available for. I'm Fatal Foxtrot.
Hi, I'm OO.
And let's get started. So I've been playing this game for a few days so far, but I made a new account. As you can see up here, my player ID number is zeros because I haven't done a tutorial with the new account yet. I made a new account to show you guys how I got started, like what's kind of like what I think is the best way to get started in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I think that generally with these kind of gacha card games, that the best way to spend the gems that you get is to have a goal in mind already and be most efficient at it. So that's what we're going to do. So it says we're starting a new game, and it's going to tell you this. This is your one chance to like import your data from a different console onto the PC or whatever, but we don't have to worry about that, because this is a new account specifically for this recording. And yeah, so region, I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. I have to pick something like this. Hold on just a second, everyone. Ha! Now you can't see which one I pick. Yep, except the terms of use. Sorry, I forgot about this part. Alright, we'll come back now and to the questions about Yu-Gi-Oh! So it asks you if you've... Yes, I have definitely watched and read Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time growing up. I loved this shit. Yes, I've played it in the past. I've also participated in a tournament. Do I know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is? No. That I don't know. So answer all those questions and I guess it... Here we go.
Was it an in-person tournament?
What?
Was it an in-person tournament?
Yes, I've done both in-person and online tournaments.
Before the O-Town reunion tour?
Yes, before the O-Town reunion tour, for sure. Many years before. This game is old. This game, it's not quite as old as as Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, but it was in the same time frame that all those craze, the new ones, and this is one of the ones that survived to talk about it. So this game's like decades old.
See, I wasn't allowed to watch
Start with the tutorial.
Play it. So this is good for someone like me.
So there's really no need right now for me to actually play the tutorial out. You guys might want to do it, but you don't have to. You could skip it. If you've not played the game before or haven't played it in a while, you totally should.
It's
but
helpful.
I'm just gonna go ahead and claim the rewards, the 500 gems that you get for free here. These are like your starting packages of gems. We're gonna skip all this though, and you get a structured deck to start with. This has XYZ synchro and stuff like, you know, it's good starting stuff. But we're probably not gonna use too many of those cards, are we? Yeah, no. And then you get another 500 gems just for getting to finishing the tutorial.
Gems are the currency, right?
Yeah, gems are the currency. Use that to buy stuff in the store. That will get to that here soon. Sooner than you think, but I'm also going to show you guys how to maximize your missions, rewards, and stuff too to start with. So I don't recommend buying anything yet when you first start. Like, don't buy any of the packs. Don't buy... you can maybe buy the free bundle packs that we'll talk about in the shop. They might be a good tool. So, like, each...
Well, I mean, they're free, so...
Okay. So your decision-making about what decks you want to start with and go after first with your free gems and etc. starts here. Because because these are going to be free cards. You're going to get a free deck, and all the cards that are in it are free. If you know that your deck's going to revolve around synchro cards, you probably want this one because it's a structure deck. It's going to have like cards that are good in basically any synchro deck. Link decks are the same thing, but in my case, I'm going to go ahead and set the goal for this run right here, and that is that sexy looking Blue Eyes White Dragon, because I have memories like going way back when I first played this game of Blue Eyes being like a big deal, and it seems like they haven't forgotten about him and left him in the dust like the power creep of most games does with older monsters. So let's set the focus of this deck to Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. Like, for example, you probably don't want to follow directly in my footsteps because Blue Eyes White Dragon, let's be honest, is not exactly tippy-top tier meta in competitive right now. It's competitive. It can get you to gold or platinum if you know what I'm talking about yet. But if you don't, then
new, what would meta mean to them?
If somebody was new and hadn't played the game in a while, I'd also recommend the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, because Blue Eyes White Dragon is synonymous with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of the, like Dark Magician, Black Luster Soldier, like those monsters are absolutely synonymous with the game by now. Like, you can get your feet wet with new concepts by using monsters you're already familiar with by going for a Blue Eyes deck. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. It's not tippy-top tier competitive, but you'll get caught up with how the meta works by playing this Blue Eyes deck, and then you can make another deck using the same method that I explained. The reason why I like this one is that you start with 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons, which are ultra rare and need a lot of pretty precious resources just to craft on their own. And some you already get some cards that would be useful in any Blue Eyes deck, but yeah, so I'm going to pick the Power of the Dragon here as it's most congruent with my goal deck that I said is already important, setting a goal idea early before you start spending resources.
It's also like the main tactics, like you were saying, of the game before it got even more complicated, so...
what's our name?
I don't know. What is our name?
I don't know.
We've done a lot of combos.
Foxkio. Whoa. Perfect.
Foxkio.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Oh man, why do I have to download this? Okay, so like, hold on, we're gonna pause the episode while it downloads. Sorry about this. I didn't realize I'd have to do it. It's the same computer. I didn't realize it'd need to download new data. Anyway, see you guys in a minute. And we're back. Alright, we're done downloading. Let's go. Where the hell were we?
But while it's downloading, if you are near your computer, you can click on the cards flying by and they'll tell you what they do.
Well, just the one that goes into the middle. Unfortunately, the one's flying by on the little size. Yeah. That homepage tutorial, I'll tell you about that. Here. What? My Konami page is currently doing. Okay, cool, thanks. Can't memorize. Oh yeah, the gem sales. We're not going to go into that on this because we're going to just use the free-to-play gems that you get for. Oh yeah, you can get 50 more for doing a survey, but I'm not going to do that on this video.
But you can at home.
Yeah, you can at home. You get 50 more. And I'll probably do it in between episodes just so I have them and that we're on the same page. So anyway, yeah. The most important thing here is to go to your missions. As soon as everything's done,
That's your
yeah, these are like your achievements, right? You have limited time ones that you need to do ASAP to get as many starting gems as possible, and then you have unlimited ones that you have more time to do. But the unlimited ones are important for a different reason, which I'll show you here shortly. So in this episode, we're probably not going to get the extra. We're going to be 1,000 short or so for this episode, but by the next one, we'll be all caught up. And anyway, so one of the things you definitely want to get and start with is these two. that give you 50 CP UR here. That's ultra rare card points. So UR is ultra rare, CP is card points. And starting with 50 is great because you only need 30 to get one ultra rare card. So to do that, you need to spend CP to generate a card, and we're not there yet. We have to do this one first to dismantle a card, and then you get super rare card points with which to make a super rare card. That's going to be important because this is automatically enough to make any card that will be important for the next step here. So this one is important too. Find a secret pack. This, we're gonna get a few of these right from the beginning just by spending some of the tokens that we already have. So if you're trying to get all your tokens first before you start spending, that's not the most efficient way, because spending some of your gems will get you more gems that you can spend again. So that's going to be important. Winning a duel in solo mode. Solo mode is going to be important for our card and gem generation too, because as you can see, the beginning stages of it give us several hundred gems each just for winning a duel, whether that be with the loner decks or your own deck. That we'll explain when we get to solo mode. So that's going to be important. You have any questions so far? You're like just kind of nodding along.
No.
Okay. So these are less important because these are ones that you get by going and playing in online mode, which I haven't really done much of yet because I'm scared. Because I don't understand the game well enough yet. But I do know how to start the game, and that's what I'm teaching you guys today. So I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. So these are less important. The solo gate ones are important as well, and that's just kind of finishing a solo chapter that I'll show you in a little bit. And increasing your duelist level will happen naturally over time, but you'll want to frequently come back and collect these gems that you can get, some of them right now.
Yay.
Right. So as you can see, we already have 3,500 gems to start with, and we haven't even spent any money on them yet. And this is where, what's all this shit? I don't need to worry about that right now.
That's where your
Y'all just have
notifications
to worry.
are.
Yeah, I know, and it's gonna bug the shit out of me. But anyway, then we're gonna talk about what we should get from the shop first before we buy any packs from the shop. And don't just go crazy buying some of every pack, because that's gonna bite you in the ass. That you need to remember, we're focused on the kind of deck we want right now, and that's the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. So see here, these are your normal packs. These are the ones I don't want you to buy yet, or we might buy one of this one. We'll see. But secret packs is where we're gonna come to here in a minute. As you can see right now, there's nothing here, and that's okay, because the next step in this is unlocking one of those. Now, here's where I'll talk about stuff that you would want to buy before you do that, if like optional, right? So here are the bundle deals. I personally don't think this is such a great idea yet, except for maybe this one here, the Solemn Judgment one. Out of the 3 cards that you get for free for these decks, I like the Solemn Judgment card the best myself, and that's a classic card, so of course I have a little bit of a bias towards it. And what it is you pay half your life points to cancel a summon, a spell, or a trap from your opponent. It gains more value later in the duel, obviously, when half your life points is not very much anymore. But as far as these 3, and then you get 10 packs of the Master Pack set, which is the base set that the game is doing right now to start with. So it's standard right now, standard packs. And they are a little bit discounted because 10 standard packs is really 1,000 gems normally, so this is a good discount. It's up to you, it's optional, but out of the 3, if you're not going to buy all 3, which I don't recommend, but if you're going to do it anyway, don't worry about this. If you're going to get one, get Solemn Judgment. Alright. Secondly, optional. If you're going to be doing this, if you're going to be playing your deck competitively and not just against your friends and stuff, and you actually want to get ranks and stuff, I do recommend buying the Dual Pass Gold, which I'm not going to do for this tutorial because might need to save those 600 gems to get my Blue Eyes deck up and running. But if I have a good 600 left over after getting a base Blue Eyes deck running and ready to go, then I'll get it. But if you're going to do competitive, definitely recommend grabbing that first, because the rewards are crazy. The extra 100 ultra rare card points is great on its own, because that's 3 ultra rare cards. Just like, those are rare. They're ultra rare, in fact. So 600 extra gems is good too, but not as good. The 100 card points is really what you want if you're going to do competitive. So, yeah. Anyway, this is all optional and aesthetic. If you're unable to really spend actual money and you're trying to maximize your efficiency with the free gems that you get, I don't recommend these at all. Or the structure decks here, unless your deck is specifically going to be about Pendulum Summons, or what was this about again? Yeah, XYZ. If your deck's going to be about XYZ or Pendulum Summons, yeah, sure, buy one of these. If it's not, don't worry about it. And it's not, mine's not. So, next, where are we in the video? 16 minutes. So, we're gonna talk next about how do you unlock the secret packs, because the secret packs are the best value when you already know what kind of deck you want. And I want to unlock the secret pack about Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up our Power of the Dragon deck that we started with. It has Blue Eyes White Dragon in it. Yeah, y'all can figure out how to edit your deck on it your own. This is the part that we're talking about today, right now, generating dismantling cards. That's the important thing. So, to unlock a secret pack, you have to pull either a super rare, which is SR here, or an ultra rare, UR here, from that secret pack. And then the option to buy cards from it appears for 24 hours. It's kind of... I don't like that there's a time limit on how long you can purchase the secret pack with your gems, especially when there's a limited number of pulls you're going to make for monster cards that you already have, but whatever. Especially since I just got a structure deck with Blue Eyes White Dragon in it, I should have gotten access to the secret pack from that. We'll talk about that off camera if y'all want to bitch about it with me. But anyway, if you're still committed to playing the game anyway, like I am, what you need to do is you need to craft a card that's of ultra rare or super rare rarity from the secret pack that you want, and then you'll get a key for it. So, for Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's lucky because I know I want a third Blue Eyes White Dragon in my deck anyway, and I know that the secret pack doesn't have Blue Eyes itself in it, just support cards for Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, since I know I want another Blue Eyes anyway, I need to, I can't do it yet, I need to make a third Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, I don't have my points here yet. You saw my missions there were to dismantle a card and generate another card, and that will give me ultra rare points. So right now I need to go through and find cards that I don't want, that I can just disenchant and be done with it. So, what is this? Unexpected die. Control a monster, special summon. Like, yeah, see, this isn't going to be... A level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck isn't going to really help us out, because the deck I have in mind doesn't have any level 4 or lower normal monsters. It has level 8 and higher normal monsters, but all my level 4 and lower monsters do stuff. So, we're going to go ahead and... Oops. We're going to click on this card, and... Oh, we can't dismantle it, huh? Oh, they're from structured decks. Alright, give me just a second, guys, while I double check the step that I missed in my strategy here. Yeah, I was skipping something. So I did forget that you have to make a purchase of cards in general to have cards that are eligible for dismantling in this game. So what I want you to do at that point is buy a you have 3,000 gems right now. It's 10,000 for a it's 1,000 for 10 packs. So at this point, if your deck is going to have a lot of cards in it that are in the main pack, which you can check by going into the pack option and clicking cards included in the pack. If the deck you have in mind is in this, in here, like there's some cards from it in here, you do that. And we'll get to that in a moment. If that's the case, it's in this master pack, then I do recommend more buying one of these bundles instead, because you could potentially skip the card crafting stage that we need to do to unlock the secret pack at that point. However, in our case, we are going for a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, and this option here in the normal pack options listed happens to have something that works with Blue Eyes. If you look here in the cards collected, there are a lot of cards here that go with Blue Eyes White Dragon. There's the Chaos Max Dragon, the Alternative White Dragon, I hate saying that out loud, the Twin Burst Dragon. There's a bunch of cards here that would be good for our decks. So what we're gonna do, as you can see here, at least one super rare guaranteed in 10 packs. That's going to be critical for our maximization of our gems, is that there's almost no situations at all where I would recommend just buying one pack. In most situations, I recommend saving up at least 1,000 gems first before buying anything and always getting 10 packs, because that super rare guarantee it's too good. Super rares and above are gonna be the cores of most important decks in this game. So yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy 10 packs of this Revival of Legends, and now this just became a pack opening video too. This part's the one that you could have fun with. All right.
I love this part.
So I was gonna take over the microphone now with their reactions to what we pull from here. This might be a longer episode.
I love opening things. So I get so excited.
I'm going to go ahead and purchase the 10 pack
of
Revivals. I don't think you get to pick which one you open first.
Oh.
You just get to see what they have ahead of time. Okay. So that rainbow one has something ultra rare in it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to open the whole pack here.
Okay.
Hey, Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. That's something I want in my deck already. And that's
dance.
And I think we're gonna... No, it's not a super rare or an ultra rare, so we're not gonna get a key for that. That's another thing I should mention. Here, it's at this stage that you could potentially skip the next step. You could get a super rare or an ultra rare card that pertains to your deck, to the secret pack that you want to get from here. But if you don't worry, I have a plan B that I'll show you after. So let's go through our packs. What do we got? Oh, something good there. So we're going to go around these cards. Recoded Alive. Chaos Form. That's something I could use in this deck. Descending Lost Star. Weird. I don't know. So, Signet Optimization. Junk Forward. No, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to do the honors? Advanced. Okay. Advanced. Woo! Shooting Star Dragon. Let's have a look. It takes one Tuner Synchro Monster plus Stardust Dragon. Neither of those are going to be in my deck.
Yeah, so those are strategies, not in your deck.
Yeah, right. So we're going to pass on that. Unless it opened... Whoa! We'll see. It might have opened Shining in the Azure or whatever the hell. I can't remember. It's some edgy shit that just means Blue Eyes White Dragon. So, here we go. What do you think that is? Oh. Polymerization might be good. Oh, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. Cool. And we got Chaos Form earlier. That's great. The Melody of Awakening Dragon is a great one, and okay. We get to skip the next step, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyway, and do it. Just so to show you. Yeah.
What is that one? You want to click on it?
Melody of Awakening Dragon. So I get to discard one card from my hand, which is great because I have a lot of stuff that activates when you... Yeah, I love it too. I have a lot. The stuff in the deck that I use is going to have stuff that activates when it goes to the graveyard, regardless of how it got there, so I can just drop it from my hand if I want to as well. But yeah. It doesn't specifically mention Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is important, everyone, because a lot of the cards in the deck are going to say if it says Blue Eyes on the card or something. So this one will not trigger for that, but it's still really good anyway, because it allows you to add 2 dragon monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 2,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. I wonder who they're talking about, right? Yeah, exactly. However, there are a few other dragons that do fit those criteria that you can use this card to add it to your deck. One of my favorite ways to use this card is to pull Blue Eyes White Dragon normal card and Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon at the same time, because you can use Alternative Dragon's effect to show the regular Blue Eyes in your hand and then special summon it onto the field.
Oh, cool.
So you get both pieces of what you need to do that with that card. That's my favorite way to use it. My favorite way, obviously, is to make something that does something when it goes to the graveyard be the thing that I discard, but you can't always have it perfect. The standard effect of this card is good enough as it is. So, anyway, Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon is good. I might make a ritual Blue Eyes deck, actually. Here we go. Let's see what else we got. Don't be afraid to change the let's say inner workings of the deck you have in mind based on what you pull here, but don't deviate from your central goal deck, like your main idea deck, like in our case Blue Eyes White Dragon, because you'll start to spread your resources too thin to get enough cards for any important deck, and that's where people flounder. So if you saw that I got Chaos Form and Chaos Dragon in this pull and made me think about making a ritual version of a Blue Eyes Dragon White Dragon deck, which is not a deviation from the main course, just the inner workings of it. So, yeah.
Majesty with Eyes of Blue.
Yeah, this is another card that doesn't specify Blue Eyes White Dragon in the name of it, so it's gonna be in my deck for sure. This one, it basically is a stall card. It's a quick stall. The important thing is that it's a quick play spell that can be used faster than any other card on the field, because I believe they're still faster than trap cards or something. Like quick play is faster than trap. They're faster than something. So this stops an attack on the field. Like it makes a monster unable to attack, but that's like less important than this part right here. Send 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. That's the secret important part that makes this important in the deck, because having Blue Eyes in your graveyard activates a ton of other Blue Eyes support cards. So getting it out of your deck and into the graveyard is great. So much, in fact, that a card that does this for any card, Foolish Burial, is almost banned. It's limited. You can only have 1 card in your deck, and all it says is take 1 monster out of your graveyard, or out of your deck, and put it in the graveyard. Seems simple enough, right? Seems like a negative thing even, but then there's a bunch of other shit that works all of a sudden when you do that. So, yeah. Good card. We're gonna keep going. Ah, cool.
Rainbow.
There's a rainbow one, so there's gonna be an ultra rare in here. There it is, right there.
So shiny.
Yeah, and we got something else too. Priestess with Eyes of Blue. Good. She's gonna be in my deck. Junk Archer. You're not. Ooh, and you've got foil. A foil ultra rare, you guys. These used to be the shit when they were on paper. Like, if you had this in your deck, it didn't matter if it was good or not. You were cool.
You were cool, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Armory Arm.
If I wanted to do a synchro deck, maybe I'd think about it, but no. So the only good thing out of this pack that's going towards my essential deck is Priestess with Eyes of Blue. So. Alright, what do we got? Pack 6. Another Blue Eyes solid. Don't worry if you get more than of the same card than you can put in your deck, because we'll talk to that later. You can automatically dismantle extras that you have too many of. Like, since you can only have 3 of a card that isn't limited in your deck, if you get more than 3 doubles, like, it's not fair, to make you use your doubles in other decks. So you could just dismantle them and get cards for them.
Very
Another reason why it's good to buy a 10-pack to start with. Nothing here. What we got in number 7? Ah, yes, another Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. Very nice, very nice.
And
I haven't seen
Successor
Blue Eyes
Soul.
Chaos Max Dragon yet. Successor Soul is not so good. Tribute 1 effect monster, target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. Yeah, I guess I have a lot of effect monsters that do stuff when they go to the graveyard, regardless of how they got there, so tributing them is a good way to do that. Then send one of your opponent's effect monsters to the graveyard. Okay. Special summon 1 level 7 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck. Holy shit, actually that is really good. You know who fits this category? Who's level 7 or higher and a normal monster? Blue Eyes White fucking Dragon, y'all. Yes, this might be the secret good card that's in my deck, after all. Thanks for pointing that out. You can only attack with 1 monster during the turn you activate this card. That's fine, because then I can use Blue Eyes to polymerize or ritual summon Chaos Dragon, and that can be the 1 monster I attack with.
Cool.
Or Twin Burst if I get it. I haven't seen it yet, but I might get it. Alright, pack number 8. What do we got? Okay. Another Successor Soul. Mirror Force. Oh, that's a classic. Everybody knows Mirror Force. When an opponent declares, it's like one of the harshest punishments for one of the easiest. It's like the punishment does not fit the crime. Like, your opponent declares an attack, which, of course, like, you just, all it is I'm gonna attack. That's not like, you don't even have to target anything. And it's like, oh, all of your attack position monsters are destroyed. Like, all of them. Like, which, yeah. It doesn't affect defense position monsters, so it's not quite a Raigeki, but it's a good card, and probably absolutely useful in pretty much any deck. Kaiba Man here is useful, perhaps, if I don't get stuff better than him.
If he doesn't rip your 4th card.
If he doesn't rip your 4th Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
But you can use him to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, which is okay, but, I mean, there's a bunch of cards that are, tribute free because they're lower than 4 stars that can get a Blue Eyes White Dragon out of your fucking deck or graveyard onto the field. So, it's good, but it's not, it can be replaced. Let's go. Let's continue. What do we got here? Pack number 9. Oh, we got a shiny. Polymerization. I haven't seen many fusion. Oh, hey, Dragon Spirit of White. That's one that can go in a deck.
This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card.
Yeah, exactly. That means everything that says a Blue Eyes monster, this, that, or the other will work with this card. So, I didn't have any ideas of having this in my deck yet, but then I realized that my deck also the one I had in mind doesn't have much spell or trap control, which is important in every deck. You should have some options in dealing with your opponent's spell or trap cards in every deck, so I might actually make this one end up in the field anyway. Now, see, remember when I said Kaiba Man's effect for tributing it to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand wasn't good? Mm-hmm. In this case, it's a bit better because now it has the Blue Eyes tag on it, basically. It's essentially what that is saying that it has the Blue Eyes tag. And this card can be summoned onto the field by other means that don't use up your normal summon, like Kaiba Man would. Kaiba Man's probably good for early game if you draw him real early, and you can get a Blue Eyes on the field real early if you're lucky enough to have one in your hand. If you're not lucky enough to have one in hand, it's not as useful. This one would be more useful because you can get it out of your deck in a way and then get Blue Eyes onto the field, one way or another. So this one's better with that effect than Kaiba Man was. Last pack. Oh, hey. It means we got a secret rare of some kind. Or a super rare. Whatever. I don't remember. Yeah. So we get the super rare that one signified. Ooh, 7 keys. I'll tell you what the keys are later. They're important. Alright, so when an opponent, the monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack. Also, after that, set this card face down, sending it to the graveyard. Oh, hey, you can just choose one monster to lock up every turn if you use this.
Nice.
I think set this card face down instead of sending it to the graveyard only works if you activate its effect. I don't think this works if it's destroyed by an opponent's card, so keep that in mind if you're going to use it. It's a pretty decent card. I like it. Cool, so that's the last pack. Oh, Bottomless Trap Holes, another good classic card that should be good in most decks. This one, if your opponent summons a monster with 1500 or more attack, like almost anything threatening, it just banishes it. So, this is a good staple card for any deck, too. Now, having opened the last pack, you get a little summary here. Yes, thank you. I found a new card pack. I'm aware of what that does. You get a little summary here. This is probably going to be the best one that I got out of this pack so far, the Melody of Awakening Dragon. But I don't really have a whole lot of other useful ones. Chaos Dragon and Chaos Form, I suppose. Only one Chaos Form, not helpful. Successor Soul is kind of actually useful after rereading it, so good call on that. Polymerization would have been useful if I had gotten Fusion Blue Eyes cards, but I did not. Now, as you saw, I had 7 keys, and these are the 3 secret card packs that we opened. Let's go show you what is important about that. First of all, we're not going to buy anything just yet. Let's go back to the main menu, because unlocking card packs happened to be a mission, if you remember. Right? So, yeah, so let's go ahead and, I don't know, you want to do this in this episode? Or do you want to...
Are we just claiming the rewards? Or?
Yeah, we're just claiming the rewards. Let's do that in this episode, and we'll tell you what to do with that in the next episode. So if you remember, Find a Secret Pack was one of the key missions that I told you about that gives you a buttload of gems to start with. So just simply from opening the secret packs alone, we're going to get a couple hundred more gems. Claim those. And, yeah. So... that's important. We're still not gonna. Now we have almost 3,000 gems here, right? But we can't. We're not gonna do anything yet. We're gonna do the other important thing that I mentioned, and we're gonna cover that in the next episode.
All right. So
we're gonna go into dismantling cards you don't want and crafting cards that you do to unlock secret packs in the next episode.
That's exciting.
So, yeah, with that in mind, I guess we'll see you guys then when I go into stage 2 of maximizing your free gems.
Yep, don't get banished to the Shadow Realm in the meantime.
Yeah, alright. Alright, see everyone then. Bye.
Bye.